Hey guys, it's Eyes9amata here on my second channel. So while we were recording our Scream Fortress Halloween video for this year, Aaron and I found ourselves talking about and reviewing each of the new Halloween maps in between each game. And while those reviews didn't really fit in the main video, I thought, you know what, every year I kind of want to give my opinion on the maps, so let's make it a bonus video. So that's all this video is. It's basically just us having a quiet little discussion about whatever map we just played and kind of just giving our thoughts on it. This video is going to be very relaxed, very laid back, very minimal editing. You can put it on in the background, whatever. But anyway, we'll start off with the first map that we played, Spookyridge.
Okay, so I guess while we're here, thoughts on Spookyridge?
I thought it was fine. It worked. It wasn't annoying. Like I didn't get lost and there weren't annoying gimmicks everywhere. In fact, the few gimmicks they had were interesting. I feel like the hell mechanic could be fleshed out a little bit, but maybe it's just me not interacting with it a lot. But yeah, it was fine. It's just kind of I guess my main thing is like it was just another kind of like it wasn't very themed. Interestingly, it was just like spooky Halloween theme, like TF2 Halloween theme, which is a very well-known and defined theme already.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's well-known, well-defined, and overused.
Yeah. So what's your thoughts? I guess.
I'm along the same lines. I thought that the alternate dimension mechanic was fairly well thought out. Like there weren't any gimmicks to it. It's like you're in an alternate dimension now. Same rules as hell, but you know there's definite tactical advantages.
Yeah, I like that there's it's an interesting tactical advantage rather than just being like a pure advantage.
Rather than it being a gimmick that you can use for free crits, it's like you get a bit of overheal for going through, and you can actually go to different parts of the map and pop out somewhere else.
Yeah, so there's strategy to it other than just get free crits. It's still a gimmick, but
it's still a gimmick. But I think it's a new way of implementing it. I just wish, like what you said, it wasn't on. It was on a map that was better themed. And not saying it's a bad map. I think it's quite nice, but it's like you say, it's the same. Like it's Team Fortress Halloween themed. It's not like let's go back to community maps. It's like Hassel Castle or Molder Grove. They're like the campy Halloween, like by House by the Lake sort of autumn one. That is a beautiful map.
Slasher.
Yeah, slasher as well. Yes.
I just wish that map was good. But there are some real my favorite Halloween maps that come out. The new ones are the ones that are very inspired. Carnival of Carnage. Cursed Cove.
Yes, Cursed Cove. Yes.
Both like amazing. Laughter.
Yes, Laughter.
Wait, is it Laughter?
Yes, no, Laughter's the that's the
Monster Bash. I like the theme of slasher. I just don't like
the Molder Grove? No, I think I'm thinking of the wrong one. I think I'm thinking.
I don't know what Molder Grove is. I don't remember it. Anyway, yeah, the ones that are really unique and interesting. Yeah, I think Cursed Cove is probably the best one.
Farmageddon, that was pretty cool.
Yes, any player destruction is 10 out of 10. Although I will say, Pit of Death it does kind of use the generic Halloween theme. Oh yeah, there was one. What's the one? Oh, Los Muertos as well.
Yeah,
that was fun. The Day of the Dead theme one.
Yeah,
anything
Los
like
Muertos.
that I love. So I'm really hoping that we got some more of those this year.
I really hope that they're not like the gimmicks aren't too overdone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I said, I've heard. Source do just trust me, I guess. I can't remember even who said it, and it wasn't even said directly. It was said in like a joke or something where they were like, TF2 removes spells and then they do this, and it's like, oh, they remove spells. So I'm guessing what they mean is like the new maps don't have spells. I'm guessing, which would be amazing.
Honestly, I wholeheartedly agree. I think.
Look, okay, no, all right. You can have spells in a map, but that's it. You know, I have my classic graph that people bring up every year. Of, You know the graph.
Yeah, I know the graph.
The line graph. Where it's a very simple premise. The more Halloween gimmicks you have on the map, the less fun I have.
Yeah.
So you can have one, and I'm gonna. It'll be great. It'll be fine. If you have all of them, probably not. Not a great time.
Oh, and speaking of said graph, like Crasher does that very well. It's got one Halloween gimmick, and we had fun. You know, like it was a solid
Wait,
map.
that was Crasher?
No, sorry, not Crasher. Friggin' Spookyridge.
Yes, it had one or two gimmicks. It was fine.
Yeah.
The Iron Maidens was unique and interesting.
I have to say, I really like that. I don't know about the draw-in distance for that.
Yeah, but that's got to take some feeling out.
Mm.
Anyway, on to Crasher.
On to Crasher.
All right, Aaron. We just played Crasher. What did you think of it?
Oh my holy god. Like, the guys who made this map, geniuses. Just geniuses.
Yes.
Well, absolutely well done. Just
Yes, I agree.
top tier. Like, I know I haven't played any of the other maps yet, other than Spookyridge. Crasher. The place to be this Halloween.
I love Crasher. We loved it so much that we played it twice in a row just for fun, even though we finished the contract already. That was great. That was such a simple concept, but so fun.
But it's like an attack friggin' CTF. Yeah,
it is. But you got to bring the intel to them. It's interesting. I was also saying earlier that I like that not only does this have a really fun, original, unique gimmick that is super fun to play, but also like the map itself it has got this interesting theming going on with the two mad scientists fighting against each other. Yeah. I forget what their names were, but the names were hilarious. And the custom voice lines and all the European Rottenburg-esque buildings and stuff. I appreciate that the map didn't just stop at the gimmick, like the actual design.
It was a whole, like, it was a top-down design. Like, the design flowed throughout the entire concept of the map, and it was just brilliant.
I had a lot of fun, but I will say there are a couple of small issues that I found, and I kind of figured that this was the case when we started, but I didn't really mind that much. But I imagine if you're playing it over and over again, this could get more and more annoying. Number one, the biggest, well, I suppose the smaller of the two evils, is that there was a few people who were kind of just sitting around waiting for their turn on the bomb, which just kind of meant that you were kind of down a few players sometimes. Yeah. We also experienced that someone was kind of just hogging the bomb and kind of screaming at the rest of the server to just let him have it every single time, which, like, I don't know, I wasn't super down on that. And the other thing is that it kind of, like any CTF game, whether it be like this or otherwise, it does kind of lend itself to stalemates a lot. Yeah. And so that last round that we played went on for quite a while. But it was still a lot of fun, but was it an
about
hour?
An hour.
Oh my god. I was looking at my notes, I'm thinking, it might have been an hour. So, yeah, well, I mean, it's still, again, still fun, still good, but, yeah, those few issues, but this is easily my favorite so far. I do not, I feel sorry for whichever map comes next. I'm really sorry, whatever the next map is. We'll try and judge you fairly. Bonesaw? Is that the next one? Okay, let's do Bonesaw.
I have to say though, the point about the one guy hogging the growth ray, that comes down to a person problem, not a map problem.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I should have clarified that. So we just played Bonesaw. What did you think?
Not bad. Actually, not bad.
I'd give it a not bad. I really, really like its aesthetic.
Oh yes,
Soil,
very well done.
Like in the forest burning down, there was a lot of Meet the Pyro references. Really loved all like the fire and the flames. I liked the kind of twist on the horseman, even though it was just a regular horseman. I like the saw blade carts. I like that they don't kill you but just do damage, but I kind of also have like a sort of wish that they did kill you instantly. I just think it might have brought the chaos up a little bit.
Yeah.
My main issues are that I couldn't figure out the map in my head for some reason. I just couldn't figure out my way around. I just walked aimlessly until I found my way.
It's a bit, yeah.
It could just be me, though. I am known for not knowing where I am at most given times, including my own house and bedroom. But the main issue is that it is very reminiscent of Hell Tower or High Tower.
Yeah.
Not just the fact that it is a payload race, but also the fact like you got to hold on to it at the end and like keep it there for like 10 seconds or however long it is, maybe 30 seconds honestly, and then after that you've got like a sort of, you know, hell race after game thing. I like the after game thing in this one. It's kind of weird. It's very Fall Guys. I feel like it was extremely inspired by Fall Guys.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat, I guess. I do kind of wish that, like, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the, hey, you won! Or did you? Now you have a chance to win the real game, apparently, which is some mini game. And it's like, oh, okay. All right.
And everything, like, falls at the feet of the mini game.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you do.
Well, that's what I mean, is like, you won, but did you actually? Not really. You
won, but at what cost?
Precisely. There was someone on the map who was like really pissed off and he didn't like it at all. I think it was fine, but I do wonder if we happen to just have like a good experience where like the map ended and all 3 rounds that we had were decently lengthed, you know what I mean? Like I can, because of its Hell Tower, High Tower kind of shenanigans and the fact you gotta hold onto the cart for like 50 fucking seconds at the end, it does make it feel like, again, it could be a very, I can see it being like potentially a map that goes on forever. The difference, of course, I guess, with Hell Tower is that, you know, it has that whole, you know, so much height and stuff that people like just fucking around on it, but still it can be like impossible to capture the end. There are so many vantage points as well for people to just shoot down into the cart and stuff, and it's like, oh man. But I don't know, I still liked it. I would still rank it relatively highly if we are thinking of all of the Halloween maps as a whole.
Yeah, like it's definitely one that's been thought out. I just think it's like it falls into the tropes of, like you say, payload race. But I think it overall it's fairly good actually. They've done really well with that.
Fairly good. Okay, Aaron. So we just played Soul Mill. What did you think of
that? I mean, like, okay, all right. So it's Sawmill.
Yeah.
I am disappointed that the blades don't kill you.
Yes. I don't. It's just less interesting. I'm sorry to say. It's less scary, it's less horror-y if the giant saw blades are somehow less of a threat.
Exactly.
I don't understand.
I don't mind the Hell Realm, but once again, it's a Hell Realm.
I've seen that kind of Hell Realm done before. It's just done in a different way. It's got logs and stuff, logs and saws, you know.
But the aesthetic of it is nice, and like the fact that the final portal is in a giant destroyed tree, I like that. Yeah. But once again, it's just samey.
It's just Sawmill, really. Yeah. It's just kind of slightly worse Sawmill, I'll admit. And as someone who's played way too much Sawmill recently, I feel like I have some kind of grounds on saying that. I mean, it's fine. I do generally like just the Halloween versions of pre-existing maps. You know, you can't really go wrong with that, and I do feel that applies here. But I don't know. I don't really have a lot to say. It didn't wow me. It didn't aggravate me. It didn't annoy me. It just was Sawmill, but less interesting, weirdly enough.
Less interesting and more spooky.
Yeah. Kind of dark, too.
Yeah. Press F to throw a flare.
Yeah. I don't know. It was alright, I guess. It exists. It's fine.
It exists.
Very, like, if I had to rank it, it'd be, like, right in the mid. middle tier.
It's definitely
of all
like
the
a
Halloween
we were
maps.
there.
Yeah, we went there. We've seen it. Been not done that. Kind of done it before, back in 2009 or whatever when that map was first added. But anyway, let's go to the next map. So, what did you think of Ghoulpit, Aaron?
I thought it was okay, but the thing is, in terms of the aesthetic, I thought it was a bit everywhere. Like they had the cool nuclear silo in the background. I thought that was awesome, but like
yeah, if they leaned into like a nuclear power plant vibe, that would be cool.
But it just seemed like another.
It seemed like another basic TF2 Halloween map.
Yeah.
To me, except the textures were like weird at times, and also some of them were missing, and it was slightly strange. I don't know. I just looked at it like textures. I'm like, that doesn't feel like it should be there. I don't know. I don't know. It kind of just felt like another one of those Halloween payload maps, of which there are many, where it's long and it's confusing, and I get lost all the time. And it's a payload map. I don't know.
Yeah.
Had a unique cart, which is nice. Unique carts are always good, always extra points there. And there weren't actually any gimmicks other than skeletons. I don't know what caused the skeletons to arrive, but they did.
I think it was just a periodic. If someone captures the point, there's spookies.
Maybe. And we did notice that there was like a marasmus thing, but that wasn't a thing. It wasn't doing anything. So I don't know. Again, I there is something about the spells being turned off or something. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Redmond and Bluetark were there.
Were they?
Yeah, like they were they're sort of like the announcers, like but like they had no reason to be there.
Exactly. I was gonna say like you should, I don't know, use those characters more appropriately. I guess. I don't know. There didn't really seem to be much of a theme going on there, or really much of anything. I don't know. I can't say I disliked the map. It was fine. But I can't really say much else than that.
Yeah,
Again,
it's nothing to write home about.
Honestly, I think I like the sawmill variation better than this one, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, I don't know. There was no hell. There was no interesting extra gimmick. I don't know. Yeah. I don't really have anything else to say about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, now we're on to Helltrain.
Helltrain. Well, considering I didn't actually get to explore that much because I just basically went to the front of the train and sat down. Like we said, it's very reminiscent of Convoy, and like, Convoy is such an iconic map for me personally. Very hold it very close to my heart, and like the fact that it is now an official Halloween map is just it warms the soul, in that way that like you watch a kid's film when you're older and it's still just as good as you remember.
Yeah, well, honestly, I really like this version as well. We didn't really get to explore it very much, so we can't really give it a proper review. But I really like the sheer amount of detail put into it. Not like the train itself had a lot of detail all over it, lots of interesting rooms and things. Had teleporters and stuff, which is quite nice because I remember the old Convoy was kind of a bitch to get from one half to the other. But I really like the outside. I really like just watching the world go by, all the different locations. I don't think we saw them all, honestly. We kept going from one to another to another to another. It really feels like whoever made this map, I wonder if it's the original creator of Convoy. That'd be interesting.
That'd be fantastic.
Like really put it in, and I'm glad that it's in the game in some official way. It's a bit like, it's kind of weird how there are certain really beloved community maps that have made their way officially in via Halloween maps.
Yeah.
Like, Bagel, that's Cauldron.
Yeah.
They still haven't added Bagel, but Cauldron's there, I guess. And I never ever thought they would add Convoy because it's a bit too community-ish, and yet here it is. Oh man, so I like it a lot. Very, very good. Maybe it's the nostalgia talking.
Oh, it's definitely the nostalgia talking, but like
it could still be a good map.
And that's the thing.
It is
like you said, we can't really give a good verdict until we play it properly. But on the outset, from what the game, from what we've seen, it is yeah, quite splendid.
So, Aaron, what would you give this year's? How would you rate these year's maps as a whole? This year's
On the
maps?
whole, I'm gonna say a solid 7.5 to 8 out of 10. Like, there's some
Yeah.
really, really good maps this year.
Really good ones, yeah.
Like,
Highlights, definitely. The
Crasher?
Crasher up is definitely super up there. I've already forgotten what the names of them are.
So Crasher was the where we turned into giants.
Yes.
Bonesaw was the
Fiery.
payload race.
Yeah.
Soul was Soul Mill. Spookyridge, that was its own thing. That was with the alternate dimensions.
Yeah.
Ghoulpit was the payload map with that was had the nuclear option, but also didn't. And Helltrain was a very, very beautiful version of Convoy. Definitely.
I don't know. Actually, kind of lining them up like that kind of makes me think that like only like really Crasher and Helltrain really stood out to me.
Yes.
The others were like Bonesaw was pretty alright. It's pretty good, I guess. I really like the theming. Ghoulpit was mid, Soul Mill was mid, and Spookyridge was pretty alright.
Yeah.
So you got 2 mids, 2 alrights, and 2 greats. That's how I would describe it. So.
Crasher is definitely my favorite. Spookyridge gets a very honorable mention for the portals. That's a very well thought out mechanic, and that it's not overpowered. Also, this whole update gets kudos for not jamming spells down our throats.
Yeah. Well, that's the biggest thing with all the maps is like they were nice and restrained with the spells. With all the Halloween gimmicks instead of cramming every single one into it. The only thing I noticed is that a lot of them had skeletons, but you know, whatever.
Well, of course they're going to add skeletons. They fixed them.
Yeah, of course. They got to showcase their new animations, their new frames, frames you'd never even thought of before.
Frames you never even knew existed.
Precisely. It's funny. A lot of people didn't for a long, long time. Everyone thought I was just supposed to look like that. I was in the same boat. I'm like, well, you know, it's been like that for years. Well, how could it not be?
Janky skeleton.
Anyway, so that was our little review of all the maps from this Halloween update. Every year, I think I kind of want to review these maps, but I never do. But we just happen to review them in between each thing that we did. So anyway, those are our thoughts. Fucking bye.